The Trump administration says a large number of undocumented immigrants are choosing to voluntarily leave the country before ICE steps in. In tonight's Good Question, Jeff Wagner explains how self-deportation works and how it could be saving taxpayers money.
$2,600. That's how much the federal government will pay undocumented immigrants to self-deport if they use the Customs and Border Patrol Home app. That's up from $1,000 when this initiative started a year ago. And on top of that stipend, a free flight back to your home country.
The big bump was announced in celebration of President Trump's first year in office, which apparently included a huge number of undocumented immigrants voluntarily leaving. So how many people have self-deported? Good question. If you ask the federal government, the number is 2.2 million people, or 14% of the total estimated number of undocumented immigrants in the U.S.
Several research groups have questioned the Department of Homeland Security's data. One of them is the Center for Migration Studies. It did a deep dive into how DHS came up with 2.2 million, and we will include this report with our story for you to read later. The center estimates that the true number of self-deportations in the past year is around 200,000, roughly 1/10 of the federal government's number. We reached out to DHS to see how it sources its data. We have not heard back yet.
With the new $2,600 stipend, the cost of a single self-deportation is just over $5,000, significantly less than the cost to arrest, detain, and deport an undocumented immigrant, which DHS says costs over $18 grand.
There's other ways to self-deport without using that app.
Kelly Clark is an immigration attorney who has helped clients voluntarily leave the country.
Or there's also ways to request something called voluntary departure. So there's kind of different ways to go home on your own.
The CPB Home app, however, is the only way to earn the money and free flight when self-deporting. Those with criminal records are not eligible to register.
There are some certain circumstances where I would probably have to advise that by putting their information in that system, they are notifying the government of where they are and who they are. And if they do have some kind of negative immigration history, or depending on their criminal record, they could make themselves more of a target by registering.
Clark says the number of clients contemplating self-deportation is rising, even those with legal work permits or pending asylum cases. They'd rather leave on their own accord than risk an ICE arrest.
Some people who feel like they're stuck in their homes and they're not able to work, they just don't know how they're going to survive if they stay here.
With photojournalist Jose Pascual, Jeff Wagner, WCCO News.
Beyond self-deportations, Homeland Security says there were 675,000 enforced deportations during President Trump's first year back in office. If you have a good question, send Jeff an email anytime by clicking the submission link on WCCO.com.